Welcome, everyone. My name is Danny Ross, and I'm going to be your host today for the AI Lunch and Learn. It evolves every week. We're on continuing on the Drive AI framework training. If you have missed any of this training, there's a couple of different ways you can catch up. I dropped some key links in the chat. Let's go to the first one, which is buildbiz.ai. This is where you can check out our platform. It has 60 plus AI tools, and you get some free books you can immediately start using. You can expand your knowledge base, and you can do all of this free, 7-day free trial. And then if you sign up, it's $19.95 a month. Well, in there, you will get access to all the previous videos. Let me log in here, and under the Start Here button, jump in and get started. You can see the AI Lunch and Learn, which is our session here. I'll put the registration link in the chat just in case. There we go. And we'll grab the link, drop that in there, just make sure you have it. And so if you want to make sure you get a reminder every week of the training. From there, you can see we have a ton of videos. We have over 100 videos for the Tuesdays and the Thursday sessions. The Tuesday sessions are, and the Thursday sessions are usually focused on making money using the platform. Let's quickly get that administration stuff out of the way so we can jump right in. From there, you can also see the videos on YouTube. Feel free to check it out and see all of the other videos that are here. Okay. And we've got a lot of them, so it should be a lot of fun. Let's get back into the training. Feel free to use the chat. I like to make these things interactive. Go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat if this is your first session. Welcome. I see a lot of names that I recognize and some new ones. What is the YouTube channel? Thank you. I pointed it out to everyone, but I didn't drop it in the chat. There you go. So feel free to go ahead and hit the 1 if this is your first time here. Also, for the old timers, you know this already. I like to use real domain names and URLs in the demonstrations that I do as I walk through the different prompts. If you have a business domain or URL that you'd like to drop in the chat, I'll try to incorporate that into what we call the magic show, where we give demonstrations of how to use AI. And again, I love using real world examples so that it actually makes sense to everybody. Today's focus, validate. Let's talk a little bit about what that means. Over the sessions we've been doing over the last couple of weeks, we've been working through the Drive.ai framework. Validate is the fourth session here. It's about you've done all the work. Now you need to, do the analysis, simple analysis of what's working, what's not working, so that when you spin back around, because this is a loop, right? When you spin back around and start over on the next part of your marketing and growth efforts, for whether it's a business or a nonprofit, it doesn't matter. All that matters is everybody needs to reach out to new people so that they can grow their business or their organization. Even if you're a ministry, you're reaching out to bring more people into your mission. Every organization really has the same requirements if they want to grow. You're posting regularly, but you're not actually sure what's working, what's not working. Likes and page views feel good, but they're not actually growing your business. And then you want clarity. Okay. We want to stop the guessing. And so we want to use AI to help us take a look at it. Always give away one of my favorite prompts during these trainings. I recommend this highly. Every quarter, you should run this prompt, as it is a good prompt to let you replace the domain name in there. It's a good prompt to take a look at your website. It's a simple prompt, but it gives you a lot of really good information as to where your website currently stands. I see someone did share a URL. We can drop that in here. Let's see. Paste. There we go. My mouse is working better this week. You remember last week I was having a whole lot of trouble with my mouse. So it's working better this week. Everybody who was on last week knows Danny's journey from erasing his hard drive and starting over. A lot of fun stuff. Very cool site, very straightforward. It is an event site. Celebration of life. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Some of you know, and some of you don't know, I'm a retired DJ from the radio in Florida. I have done so many promotional events, so many different things based on the radio and all the music. Our station was essentially hip hop, R&B, and then, of course, on the weekends, Sundays, we had reggae session. Saturday night, we had Sunday, we had the all day gospel. It was a great radio station. Basically reached down the Treasure Coast from Melbourne area down to West Palm Beach. Pretty fun, pretty fun. And so this kind of just takes me back, doing all these concerts and promotion events and things like that. I've had some fun experiences doing this stuff. All right, let me get back to it. I need my regulars to tell me, hey, Danny, get back to what you're supposed to be doing. Yes, let's do that. Now we have this website URL, right? Let's keep going through the presentation. The beauty of AI is that you can invite anybody into the conversation so that you really can use your own chat thread. And again, it doesn't matter which AI you're using or which large language model you're using. You can do this in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, doesn't matter. But what you want to do is you want to run a prompt in such a way, instead of managing crazy complex things, a simple prompt that brings you back data you can act upon. You're working through knowing what's working, where to keep going, that kind of thing, right? And then know what to ignore. There's a lot of noise out there. There's thousands of tools, people pinging on you all day long. I can analyze your website and make everything magically work for you, that kind of thing, right? You want to be able to really do this yourself as much as possible, or have one of your team members do it if you're either working for someone or you have team members. Assign it to your VA. If you don't have a VA, reach out to me. I can help you with that. And if you don't have a team to do this analysis, we're here to help you do that as well. You're busy, you got 10 things that you need to do. The idea is consistency. Last week we spent quite a bit talking about consistency, that you want to have a plan. You start on Sunday night or Monday from your social media posting and outreach, that you run one message for the week and then you measure it now. This is what this week is about. You've been doing it, you ran it last week. Now you want to see what's happening, comparing to the effort you put in. Are you getting it out? This is an important one here too. You don't want to abandon your program too early, right? You want to start, you want to be consistent, you want to run it for a little bit to see what actually gives you that conversions that you're looking for, gives you that growth you're looking for, whether it is new people joining your website, new people attending your presentations, products and services, growth, revenue, whatever your metric is. Your metric, you set that, what is success metric, right? When I do these decks, I sometimes forget to reorder them. For people that don't know what the Drive.ai is, it's a real simple acronym. Week one, we focused on getting our ideas put together, clarity, purpose, and then reach was the second one, where we started the activity, building that visibility, and implementation. Last week, we spent some time on implementation. Go back to watch the video, and then that'll catch you up if you missed it. Validate this week. We want to make sure that we're being confident, right? With knowing what's working, what's not working, and expanding upon that. Next week, I'll make sure to move this slide up a little bit earlier. So people who have not seen the whole acronym, again, speaking of being busy, right? I just got off a call before I jumped on this one. We have a nonprofit.ai cohort we're running, and last Saturday was the first session. And so if you guys want to jump on week two, feel free to jump on. You can get the replay and haven't missed so much that you can't catch up. And it's really great. Even though it's for nonprofit, it's more about, even if you are a small business or a medium-sized business, the training is really about using AI ethically and responsibly. It's more about how to create governed prompting. You're not at the mercy of AI. You are the human in the loop. You are controlling the AI. That's the key concepts that we're teaching. Even though we targeted it, the marketing towards nonprofits, because it's really important that their AI usage and content that they create is ethically centered. If you're a ministry or a church and you're sending out a message, you want to make sure it matches your vision of the word. Same thing if you're a nonprofit and you have a mission statement, you have to make sure everything you produce with AI stays governed within your vision and mission statement, right? But if you're a small and medium-sized business, and especially if you're in a regulated area like real estate, accounting, or law, you want to make sure that all of your content really does stay within the framework of your regulated industry. That's why we say this training actually applies to any industry in that sense. That's the link I just put out there. We're in week 2, but you can jump on. Week 1, we have the recording day is posting it. We're a little late. I had to do some editing. That's a long story, but it's getting out there. Thursdays, we have a Q&A session. All right. Question, Darius, off-topic question. How to take my static website and turn it, the existing static pages into video? Interesting question. And sure, I can answer that for you. I just need a little bit more guidance. If you can give me the URL, I'll take a look at the website itself so you can explain turn static pages into video. If you mean have the AI take your content and create videos, we can absolutely do that. Yeah, we can make that part of the conversation. No worries. Yes, we'll take a second to do that. Remind me before we get out of here to show you a few things we can do there. Let's get on the actual validation framework here. All right. All right. What we're going to do is put in a simple prompt and we're going to look at it from the standpoint of, am I doing the right thing? Is it actually producing results? Are we kind of something that we can measure from day to day to day? What's nice about these prompts is you can run it on week 1, run it again on week 2, run it again on week 3, and see the growth. If you have a thread with this in it, you can say, hey, give me the delta. What's improving? What's changing? Every website allows you to track who's visiting. There's tons of tools. If your website does not natively allow you to do that, this is just a prompt that will help. I'll give you this whole deck of the prompts as we go along. I'm going to take that prompt and throw it into an LLM. Everybody knows my favorite LLM. Let's get a new one going here. And so I'm going to drop this URL in, and we said we were going to start with this one, and just to have something real to work with. I love using real examples. So what do we want it to do? Let me make this a little bigger. We want to analyze the website and evaluate only what's visible and implied on the site. Don't invent data. This is really important. AI does hallucinate, and that's a technical term actually these days. It just means that when AI wants to please you, if it does not know the answer, it will make it up. You are the human in the loop. In the framework, we teach AI Super Self, where you take your vision, your experience, your knowledge, put it together with AI and the prompts and things that we teach you, and you become your AI super self. But you are the human, you have to control what the AI is producing. All right. We wanted to identify what seems to be working, what needs clarification. It's similar to the other prompt I gave you, but it's more focused on giving you the ability to do this from week to week so that you can see your progress. So that's the other thing. It's not a fast fix, it's a way for you to validate all of the things that you have been doing. What's working well? The site clearly targets a mature crowd, 90s, early 2000s, 35 plus demographic, clearly helps a visitor qualify a visitor quickly. Clear vibe, right? Dope music, good people, good times. Simple navigation, home contact, ambassadors. This is useful starting point, multiple ways to engage, right? Events, contact forms, social links. Of course, the next thing is going to say, hey, let's take a look at things you might want to take a look at. Every event page feels like equal priority. Visitors don't immediately know what's next. There's no clear funnel from discovery intent to action. Certain event status, target links and dates are shown, but not obvious which events are coming up versus past. Eventbrite data shows no upcoming events. If people see dates in the past, get tickets, it erodes trust. Interesting. That's more about updating content commentary. Minimal social proof, inconsistent contact call to action. That one you should definitely take a look at. Make sure it's always clear how people can reach out to you. No pricing transparency. Well, again, this is an event site, so the ticket prices are not going to be upfront. You have to pick your seat. Again, AI is not perfect. Sometimes its comments are not accurate. You can't know the pricing for the event unless you're only doing one event. And then, of course, that event is your event, and therefore you know the price point. If you're doing a concert, the pricing is dependent on what seat the person picks. Too many individual event pages. Ambassadors page, two berries, sponsor form, on about, and merch shop links don't feel connected. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the important things. What to fix first. Visitors should be able to answer these instantly. What event is next? Let's take a look at that. Yeah, you've got the, to me, that's the next event, Biggie celebration of life. I think that's just wrong. Again, this is what we always want to say about AI. Sometimes AI is just wrong, right? You are the human. You have to take all of the things that it's giving you and say, all right, is that actually real? I don't know. To me, that event list is very real. Now, here's what's happening. AI and any search engine, when they look at your website, they are not looking at the pictures. They are not interpolating images. The only thing they're looking at is your metadata, things like your FAQs, your text content. If you have a well-designed website, you should have both a robot.txt file and a lms.txt file. The reason why is that's what the AI actually reads. It doesn't actually, like I said, your information, if it's in a photo, or this is the second thing, if it's in a CMS database behind a firewall that the AI can't read, it's not going to get that information. All I'm saying is when you design your website, whoever is designing it for you, make sure they have those files and make sure that your website is what we call EO friendly. If you take that first prompt that I gave, right, it's giving you a final take. If I run that other prompt, let's see, this one, and I take out, let's see if it gives you the information that you need to do from an AEO point of view. What's AEO? First of all, SEO is search engine optimization. AEO is AI engine optimization. The focus difference is instead of just keywords and search engine terms, it's looking at the actual website the way that ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude would look at it. It's looking for FAQs that focus on the conversational nature, where you build trust, authority, and answer actual questions that people who are searching in AI, what's the next big concert in Atlanta? What's the next big concert in of my favorite hip hop artist? You want your website to be able to answer that question, right? That's the key of success, where you want to be found by AI natively without you having to do anything or spend money. You want the AI to be searching around for events, hip hop events, and be able to say, here's a website that has the latest and greatest information on what the next event concert is going to be. This is giving you similar information to what we had gotten a little bit before. This prompt I give away to everybody. It is a great prompt because it does look at it from an AEO point of view, right? And it really, these are the things it's telling you to immediately look at and fix. So these are things you want to walk through your website. If you don't know how to do this or you don't have anybody, please reach out to us. My contact information is in the links that I gave before, and I'll give them again. But reach out to us. We can help you take any website and make sure that it's AEO friendly because it is a new skill. The whole Google search thing is old. People are now searching. You still have to have keywords and all of this stuff to be successful, but you need to really focus in on the AEO stuff if you want to, without spending a ton of money. AI engines and Google can understand you. Gemini is Google is AI. Even if you search in Google these days, you'll see Gemini block at the top. If you don't have an FAQ on your homepage, you're missing out on a great opportunity to immediately let AI understand everything about your business and services because that's all it looks at. It doesn't look at the pictures. Like your website looks great, but the AI is not going to pick up all of these things that it's looking for. Okay. It's giving you this stuff, and I'm going to share this thread with you so you have it if you want to continue to improve your website. What not to remove or de-emphasize. It's just giving you stuff not to do. And if you want the biggest win, it's stressing on this whole next event and buy tickets thing. And again, it's because of how the AI can read your website. It's not finding that. You want to make sure whoever's doing your website that, yes, it's great to have a CMS that automatically updates with the next event, but you also want to make sure that's translated into the text that the AI is researching. All right, so again, we did our validate first prompt, and it gave us some basic things that we should work on. All right. Clear vibe and culture, simple navigation, what needs adjustment and clarification. These are the things that we want to make sure that we do next. Okay. I'm going to keep moving on through the training, but if you have questions, please go ahead and drop them in the chat. I'm fine with answering questions as I go along. So these prompts I'm going to give you today are simplified prompts. They're going to give you simple next steps, things that you can immediately do to have a good impact on your public presence. I tell people all the time, your domain name is your street address, that how people can find your businesses and services, and the website that you're using it on, the sales funnel that you're using it on is the building. You build that out, build that website, and make sure that when people go there, they get a good first impression and can find everything they're looking for immediately. They don't have to look for it, you know? It did give you a compliment that your menu system was simple and clear, and so that was good. All right, let's go to the next thing I want to talk about this week. Applause versus momentum. Social channel is key to the success. We talked about building your website. The next thing is your social media presence. If there's anybody more guilty of not having a good social media presence, it's myself. I'm so busy helping other people with their social media that I never get a chance to work on my own, even though I know all of the things that I should be doing. All right, so here's another prompt, and we're going to drop this prompt in the chat for whoever was keeping track here. Again, I'm going to share this deck with you. You don't have to do these one at a time. Now, we have to take a look at social media links. Let's go back to our page here. Social media. Okay. Da, 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 da. V103. That's my old DJ voice coming out. In case anybody wants to know, my DJ name is DJ Paradox. It has to do with my personality. Even though I'm relatively quiet, when I get on stage, I'm like Michael in the sense that I come alive and I'm entertaining at that point. It's kind of like when I do my training. Pardon me, folks, I'm having mouse problems again. Sign up for Instagram. I don't want to sign up. I don't want to log in. I can log in. I'll just log in as one of my personalities. That's fine. Can you get in? Can you get in? Can you get in? Let me know if you don't have any, what do they call it, not safe for work content. All right. There we go. We're going to grab this page and drop it into our prompt. You see how simple this is? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You can just drop it and it'll do some quick analysis. Again, it's not heavy duty analysis. You don't have to pay $1,000 for somebody to take a look at it. It's going to just grab it and use it, right? The beauty of this is that it's super simple. It's letting us know you can go into analytics and do all these things, but all I want to know is what's working, what's not working, right? You got event countdowns, historical, live performance, key insights, what generates surface level engagement only. Repeated CTA, by the way, is call to action. Say, hey, get tickets now. That's a call to action. Make people go ahead and do that. I only put one channel in. By the way, you'd put all your channels in. Let it do one analysis right away. You don't have to do it piece by piece, okay? You could have it run on all of your social media channels and have it do it. Posts to include get tickets now, inquiries, what to continue doing. It's telling you what you're doing right, what to simplify, reduce, what to stop doing. Static party vibe posts, generic brand, motivational copy, no interactive hook. Where to focus your attention for growth. And by the way, this is just one scan on one AI's opinion. You can run this same prompt on different AIs and you get different answers. You can improve the prompt. Like the prompt is super simple and generic. You can make the prompt specifically about you. You can say the next week, all right, I took your advice. Here's all the things I changed. give me an updated analysis and give me the delta, right? You tell it, hey, give me what changed between last week, this week, or last month, this month. As you apply these changes and rerun these prompts, you want to continue to validate week after week, month after month, what's working, what's not working. Very important part of this process. It's telling you what you can add, all right? And then it's telling you some quick performance rules, things that it's finding, focus model. If you train this thread properly from the beginning of our drive framework, meaning DRIVE, by the time you get to V, the AI understands your businesses and services. 'Cause I'm doing this like random. It doesn't know anything about your business, right? Which is kind of a good place to start. But what I'm saying is, if you've trained up your thread, it understands your mission and vision. When it gives you recommendations, they're more specific. You said on day one you wanted to accomplish this. I see what you've done. Here's what we need to continue to work on, right? It's going to give you much better suggestions for making changes. Right now, it doesn't really know your business. So you want to train up this thread following the drive framework. And by the time you get to V, it really does understand you better. All right. Hopefully that all made sense. And again, keep dropping questions in the chat if you have questions. I'm happy to answer them, and we're going to keep rocking and rolling. Again, focus is on momentum, not applause. In other words, you get a bunch of likes one week, you're like, all right, we're succeeding. No, what we want to do is look at this over time, make sure what we're doing is continuing day to day. A lot of you found me through Atlanta Black Chambers. I'm on there every Tuesday. I try to be on there. And I'm usually promoting the exact same thing, the AI Lunch and Learn. And then I'll have specialty events, like I'm doing the training on Saturday for governance in AI and ethical AI. And so I'm on there every Tuesday. I usually have a thing that every day I put out there. People join the platform, people see me consistently, and that builds that slow kind of momentum over time. And so that's what you want to have in your social media platforms as well. Why validate feels intimidating? The key messaging here is clarity beats complexity. So don't worry about overanalyzing things. Just make sure you're tracking things consistently week after week so that you understand the growth. That's the big thing. And what's nice is AI will do all this research for you, right? You can start crank up a GPT, train it. You can train it to analyze and give you back all of this stuff. But what I'm trying to show you is you don't necessarily have to have big tools to get this simple analysis done on a regular basis. ChatGPT, for example, has agents now, and you could tell it to run this prompt every week on Monday morning at 8 a.m. and it'll automatically do it for you. Hell, you can do it on your MacBook, you can do it in Gemini. All of these AI tools these days have simple things that you can set up automation to run every week. And then you can build on it and add more content to it. Trust me, this is not going to be a difficult thing for you to keep doing consistently. You just need to ask AI to help you do it. Remember, my number one prompt is I want to run this prompt every Monday at 8 a.m. Do I do this? When you are in doubt and you're not sure how to do something, just ask the AI to tell you how to do it. And it literally will give you the information. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever it is that you want to learn how to do. I'll schedule this to run 8 a.m. every Monday. I'll automatically run the same social media balance. Okay, that's it. Now, I am paying the $20 a month version. I've gone up as high as the $200 a month version, but for what I do, 20 bucks is plenty. All I need to do is click allow and I'll get that alert. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is easy. You just need to know what to ask. And if you don't know, please ask the AI to tell you what to ask. Let's keep rolling on. Validate question. Are people finding you, right? You've run it on your social media. You've run it on your website. Are people finding you on the website? Are people finding you on social media? You want to get those numbers. You don't want to be guessing. You want to know, okay, here's what I'm getting on a weekly basis. Oh, this number is going up. And you can even have the AI make you nice, pretty charts where you can see it going up and down. Again, How do I turn this numbers into a spreadsheet? How do I turn this numbers into a chart that I can see every week, right? Make me a dashboard. Super simple once you get the concept in your head. Validating is the most important to make sure that you're tracking everything from week to week. So now let's go ahead and drag this new prompt in. I'm gonna give it to you in the chat, and I'm also gonna throw it into the thing. If you take my training, you see the context being set, right? You are a visibility analyst for small business. The create method, I teach that every other Tuesday, 7 p.m. because it's foundational. The create method is a prompting method, super prompting, power prompting, but you can use that same methodology in any prompt that you do in any platform. It's fundamental. You set the context, the C from the create. You tell it what you want it to do, the R. You explain it a little bit more, which is the E. And then from there, you would have something like your target audience, who is at 4. You would have the tone, which is the T in there. And then expand is the E. And so that's the create method. The E effectively is saying, hey, I want you to continue to iterate on this. And that's where you set up that automation. In the video section, there's a video on it. If you do a quick search in the, you can do it here too, right? You can do, all right, look for the create method. I talk about it all the time. Here's the video on it. I love AI. It's really fun. I'll give you this link. This teaches you the create method. If you've never seen the training on it, please go watch it. It's foundational. How to build a good prompt, right? This prompt here we've just created has all of the elements of the create method. And now I'm going to run it. And I'm going to run it against this same website. Review this website and public content. You want to give it the website, you want to give it social media, all of that stuff. We're not going to do that in this session. I do have do not disturb on, but that's my boss, also known as my wife. So I always make sure that she gets through no matter what, right? Let's do your Facebook include. So now I'm training this thread on James Evans, right? Now I'm going to give it the Facebook one as well, right? This is what I meant by you want to make sure website and public content, including Facebook. All right, so now I'm giving it that, and I'm going to run that prompt. Now it has my IG, it has my website. Now I'm adding in my Facebook. Okay. I'm just building the information that it's using to work on. Visibility is present but unclear and inconsistent. On Facebook, you have several hundred interactions, under 60. There's no consistent SEO-friendly language across channels. And so this is a consistency thing, meaning that all of your content that's out there, the messaging should be consistent, the SEO should be consistent, right? And it's just giving you, it's not saying you're doing anything wrong. It's just telling you what else you should be doing, right? You're visible to an audience that already knows you, but broader discoverability. That is really my point. So you want to grow. First, you have to build your audience. Don't get me wrong. But the next thing you want to do is get found by people who don't know you. That's like the key thing. Everybody wants to go viral, right? That's what it's saying is that your foundational AEO, SEO needs to be consistent across all of your channels. That's the key message that I'm giving. Most text does not contain keywords people search for, such as Atlanta Day Party. Maybe not. Hip hop, I've searched for that myself in whatever city I'm in. This is a nice one also, right? Grown and sexy nightlife. You want to be found when somebody searches for these in ChatGPT. Okay? That's what you have to work on. I love this validation data that it's giving me. Again, I don't know anything about what efforts you've put into your website, and I don't know if this is accurate because remember, we saw things that were totally inaccurate. But really, it's not the data that I'm interested in. I want to show you guys the framework of the data. That's the important thing, is that these are the things you should know about your website business, domain name, etc. Okay, these are all good things and quick visibility score. Cool. I think you get the idea. There's no question, hey, you got 3,600 followers. So you're doing something right, obviously, right? Now you want to be 3 million followers, right? How do I get there? That kind of thing. I love what you're doing. Your branding is consistent. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. So might have been a glitch in the matrix why things were not moving. All right. So everyone, I think you see the framework that I'm trying to describe and the discussion points that I'm trying to make. Great job on your products, your services, your website. I like what you're doing. So no negatives from me as far as the vibe and things like that. Validate questions, engagement. It's just giving you things to look for, right? These are the engagement things that are important. What's most important to you is going to differ based on what you set as your success criteria in the previous steps, right? During the D and the R, you define your success criteria. And what we're doing here is now, of course, after you've implemented, now we're doing the validation step. I think we're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and run this last prompt. I'll drop this in there so you guys have it. There you go. You're an engagement pattern analyst. Now we're changing who the AI is acting as. The AI is an engagement pattern analyst. We want to in review engagement across website and social content. So now we're tying it together. What people are responding to, what's being ignored, what should be expanded on, frame insights, lean into, adjust, and let go. Provide clear, actual, actionable recommendations. And you can even go further on this part of the prompt where you're defining what kind of output you want the AI to give you. You can say, give it to me in an Excel spreadsheet with all the numbers. Give it to me as a chart so I can watch it over time. Give it to me as, you can define it much clearer than just give me actionable recommendations. That's still pretty vague. Tell it specifically what you want, right? I want a chart that I can put and brag about with the team. We can sit down and talk about engagement. I'm building an app called Legacy Beats for a record label. By definition, they're successful. They have a Spotify channel with 1 million users. And so, by any definition, that's successful, right? We're sitting down and talking about their KPI, their things that they want to accomplish. And they're like, oh, well, we want it to be 2 million by such and such a time frame. This is what I mean by you want to validate your numbers, find out where you are, and then pick your next goal, right? It doesn't matter from the standpoint of success. You measure the success. You decide what's important and what's working and what's not working. It's telling you what to lean into, real world proof, what people are responding to, why it works, action, clear time bound announcements, is running through all the things that it thinks you should be doing. And again, you are the human. You look at it and you say, yeah, that makes sense. No, that makes no sense. I'm not doing that. Okay. Let me share this URL before I forget. It's not going to include any personal information from me, but it might include some personal information, but I don't think so. If it, by definition, if it's on social media, it's not personal. Because if you put it out there, people are going to use it and see it. Okay, especially the AIs. That's out there for you, James. So you can take that thread and go make more out of it, right? All right. So before I forget, Darius put his website here. Let me make sure I don't forget to do this. And Legacy Point Telecommunications, trusted infrastructure and technology services. All right, cool. Let's take our simple prompt. Oh, by the way, James, let me make sure I'm not crazy. We had email. Okay. Yeah. You're in the entertainment business, James. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I see it here now. Yep, never mind. Don't worry. Danny's hallucinating. Let's create a new thread. Let us drop in our favorite thread here. And we're not going to do the validate on this one. We're going to do the skill stuff on this one. Did I not get it? I did not get it. Control Z. Let's try again. Come here. Give me the thread. Copy. Oh, da, 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 da. There we go. Danny. When you're doing this for chat, you want to be specific. And by the way, you also want to walk through the entire website. I'm giving it right now just the home page, which is fine. It can do some general scanning on it, but we would also want to use the services page. We want to use the about us page. because sometimes the AI will not go down your menu tree. Everybody's system can be different. It can be WordPress, it can be, whatever it's built on. And if it's behind a firewall, it can't get to it. For example, I can look at your about page and say it is not sufficient. Without AI, human in the loop, I can say it's not sufficient. It doesn't give us enough. You have your capabilities statement, which is great. That's always a good thing if you're in that type of business. You always want to have your capabilities statement. I like this. This is great, of course, if you're going after RFPs and RFIs. But yeah, like I said, your services is pretty decent. The schools of thought on having your thing. Okay, this is interesting. All right. So now, Darius, what I needed to find out from you is on the service page is where I would like those individual services short videos. Cool. That's perfect. I love that. The answer to your question is there's a lot of debate on menu systems and how this is working. My suggestion to you is take these services pages and on your main services page, instead of the nested where I have to go in and click on each one, create one page that absolutely summarizes all of your services. It's okay to have learn more and have it go off to another one. Like if I click on services, he has it laid out. I would definitely want to have more information about this on this page because again, the AI is only looking at what it sees, and then definitely an FAQ section. You're missing FAQs because FAQs explain everything and answer all questions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does hard work before they even reach out to contact you. That's why I'm saying you really want to do that. First impressions. Audit, user conversion, strength, clear, service menu, and industry focus. Contact us. Issues that can reduce conversions, no clear above the fold value proposition. From a marketing point of view, above the fold, the most valuable real estate, right away, I need to know what your offer is and why I should care. People are looking at your website. The only thing they care about is what's in it for me. Before they start scrolling, you need to answer that question. Imagery and headers don't communicate clear benefits. They sell features, not outcomes. Again, what's in it for me? People only care about that. They don't care about your features. They don't care about your products. They don't even care about your company name. They came here to solve a problem. Does this website solve that problem for them? That's what you need to look at. Rewrite the hero section, who you serve, specific outcome, rebuild resilience. I gave an example. I'm gonna give you this link as well. SEO technical data based on the source, beta tag, H1s and H2s, all kind of stuff. It's telling you all kinds of things you can do. AEO, answer the next step. What telecom service supports commercial energy ready infrastructure? How do I choose a managed IT service provider? That's a real world question. Your website needs to make sure everything about it answers that question. These are things you need to absolutely add to your website. Okay, let's get back to the original task. We have this, services, and we want to convert it to a video, right? First thing I would say is, let me not jump to conclusions. Don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't see enough here to make a video. I need more detail. What I would probably say, okay, here's what we could do. I can make one video kind of thing, but to make it more effective, you need a lot more content about each service to make individual videos. I can take this and using this information and the services described. What am I typing? Described on the services page. I want you to make an exciting 90-second VSL about the services that we provide. Give me just the text, no narration or descriptions. Now, this is not the way I would recommend you do this, Darius. If you come to my training, first you want to create a business brief. You want to identify your personas, then create a product brief. After you create the product brief, then you can start creating marketing content, which includes things like VSLs. This is the script that it came up with. Da, 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 da. And I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to pop it into a program that we have in the platform that can immediately create a video. By the way, you have different kinds of VSLs, right? You have the straight up nobody on camera VSL. You have the spokesperson or UGC, user generated content style VSL. There's lots of different ways you can create this video, right? I'm just going to use the simplest, easiest one because we don't have much time. So this is a tool in the platform called Create AI Videos. You can drop your script in. You can do a lot more if you do the AI spokesperson version of this. You can control the voice. You can use your own voice. You can, do all kinds of stuff. And this one is limited voices.
Welcome to our AI-powered.
But you can change the voice to one that you like. I like Sarah. You can pick music. You can upload, create your own music. In the platform, there is a instrumental music tool that will immediately create, you can create your own custom music. Do you like orange? All right, so we're going to use orange as your accent letter for your video. By the way, Darius, do you want this to be a vertical video for Reels and Shorts, or do you want this to be a horizontal video? We can do either one. It just depends where you're going to put it. In other words, vertical means you're holding the camera, your phone up, straight up and down. That's a vertical video. If you flip it to the side, that is a landscape or 16:9 video. It just depends on where you're going to put it. If you can put it on the website, then I would do landscape. If you're going to put it in Shorts and Reels and Facebook and YouTube, then I would put a vertical video. Ultimately, we need to end up on web and social. You would do both, and that's what's nice about this tool. With the same script, you can run it both ways. We're going to grab that content and change the color and make it orangey, orange. That's fine. And you can determine how long the video is going to be by how many slides you put up, right? Actually, I'll have it break it down to just 1 minute. You can do it that way. And then, like I said, you can do landscape, and then that's it. And then you crank it up and let it run. And then once it's done its first version, that's when you can go in and easily edit it. This is creating a version of it that there's no face speaking. And then the second way that you can create this AI, let's do another version. I'll show you how you can do that easily enough. We have a tool called AI Spokesperson where you can upload a photo of someone. For example, there's this person.
Welcome to the Hope Law, the sanctuary for healing and personal growth. Our mission is to Welcome to the Hope Law.
Just from a photo we uploaded.
Hi, I want to sell you something.
This is a AI personality that's already in the platform you could use. I created this picture of a little child.
And it's packed with
I uploaded her
It's a
image.
free guide.
Then you can have her run the read
It's
the
a free
script.
guide and it's packed with things you don't learn in school, like how long charting actually takes, how to speak up without feeling embarrassed.
What I like about using things like that are obviously not real, like a kid reading a script, is because it gets your curiosity going, but at the same time, it gets out of that uncanny valley conversation, right? So, for example, this one here is something for an AI quiz that we were doing.
You call yourself a CEO, but you don't even know your AIQ score. Me? I already know mine. I run things at recess and in the metaverse. Take the quiz. Beat my score if you can.
Right? The idea is it's not real. It gets your curiosity going and it can do well. I created one. I use this example all the time of unintentional consequences, right?
You run companies. I run circles around you in AI. My AIQ is 9.0. What's yours? Hit the button. Take the AIQ quiz and prove that age really does bring wisdom.
Right.
You run companies. I run...
But my point is you can put something super simple like that and have it run. This one has over 1,700 views, and I, of course, did no promotion on it or anything. I just threw it out there to see what was out there. And it points to a real page that takes people into my website. They take the quiz and then they go into my website. By the way, every business should have a quiz. If you don't know how to build an app to build a quiz, reach out to us and we'll be happy to help. It is super simple. Let's go back to where we were. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, well, let's see what it created for us. Oh, no, it's still working on it. It's almost done. Give it a few more seconds, but I'll answer questions. Let me give you my links again. These are some of the key links. It includes my contact information for reaching out to me. We're a little over 8 minutes over. That happens all the time. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. If you have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the chat while we wait for this to finish. Again, it's just an example one. Don't know why it's running so slowly today, but it usually takes about 3 to 4 minutes and it's usually done. If you have any questions, please go ahead and let me know. I'm happy to answer them while we wait. Oh, there we go. See, I spoke badly about it.
Wellness shouldn't feel confusing, expensive, or out of reach. Let's make it. Discover the difference between checking a box for services and partnering for real-world results. At Legacy Point Telecommunications, we do not just build systems. We deliver outcomes that keep you moving. We power your facility with commercial-grade solar that slashes costs, boosts reliability, and strengthens sustainability. Lower bills, cleaner energy, and resilience you can bank on for the long haul. Do you need to support fleets, tenants, or modern transportation demands? Our EV charging infrastructure coordination integrates scalable compliance solutions without guesswork and future-proofs your site. Your property gains value while your operations stay ready for what is next. We protect your technology backbone with managed IT services that raise uptime and keep support costs predictable. Security stays tight, networks stay fast, and your team stays focused on mission, not maintenance. Every engagement is accountable execution across infrastructure operations and technology to reduce risk and elevate performance. We help nonprofits, public sector teams, commercial enterprises, property owners, and mission-driven facilities solve complex challenges. Visit Legacy Point Telecommunications today for reliable systems, predictable performance, and the first step toward operational confidence and growth.
Now, what you would do is edit any of the images. You would either upload a new one or you would regenerate, so in the platform, there's tools to just regenerate, to create your own images. It's called Hyperrealistic, my favorite one. As soon as you're done, regenerate the whole video and you can put something in like learn more, click below, kind of thing, call to action. All in all, that was pretty decent for a first pass. I'm going to grab that video for you and drop it in the chat. Hold on. You can go edit it and make your own version of it. Do you see how easy it is? This is my main point. Let's download that video. Come on. Are you downloading? Are you downloading? Did I get it? Did I get it? Let's see. And there's an MP4. Perfect. Let me drop it in the chat for Darius. But everybody, hopefully you saw how easy that is to take any text content you want. I would even go further and make different versions for the different services. It's super simple, and you can do all of that anywhere, actually. But in BuildBiz.ai, all the content creation things you need are already there. Okay? All right. Anybody else have any questions? Did I give everybody? I gave the chat thread. I gave the prompts. I gave the video. Hopefully, I think I'm on target this week. I don't think I forgot anything from anybody. All right, we're going to continue next week. Hope everybody has a good rest of the week. And again, if you are interested in learning about ethical AI and governance, please join us on Saturday. We're going to be continuing that one. All right, everyone, have a really good rest of your week. Bye-bye.